click and collect. It's time for the news.
Good evening and welcome to the news at 8. I am Tariro Manamike with Noble Maungwa at the Sign Language Desk, and we're coming to you live from our Pocket Hill studios in Harare.
Memory Queen Glover will join us much later from our Montreux studios. I'm Liam Bernard. These are the leading stories we're chasing tonight. African leaders at the AU Summit on Agricultural Transformation call for the intensification of agricultural innovation and productivity.
And flash floods expose Bulawayo City Council's lack of proper drainage system.
Much later in sports news, ZPC Wange supporters furious following reports that the club is considering ceding its position in the Premiership.
And now we give you the leading story tonight. The government has reaffirmed its commitment to employing pro-people policies that will address socio-economic concerns for inclusive development. More details in the upcoming report.
In an interview with ZBC News recently, Acting President Keneo retired Kembo Moadi revealed that government has been making inroads to revolutionize the agriculture sector to unlock debt capital. Part of the strategies has been to develop pro-people policies.
On agriculture, another bold and decisive step of the government of His Excellency President Mnangagwa during this year was the proposal on a land policy that would give indigenous farmers, those that benefited through the land reform, ownership of the land that they own. The ownership with which they can actually, which allows them to go to the bank and use their title deeds as collateral and get loans to develop their land. So that is a milestone achievement for the year 2024.
Social service provision, including in the health sector, remains a government priority.
The Ministry of Health and Child Care procured cancer machines for both Parere and Mpilo, which are the major hospitals in Zimbabwe. And it also implemented a basic diagnostic tool for village health workers to screen and diagnose basic conditions in the rural areas.
He spoke into the Second Republic's drive to foster local and regional integration.
As a people, we have remained united politically in Zimbabwe. And the divisions we hear about, if any, if there are any, we read them from papers, newspapers. We don't see them ourselves.
The acting president also noted that government remains committed to promoting peace and sustainable development. Wellington Makonese, ZBC News, Harare.
And our leaders from across Africa this Saturday gathered in Kampala, Uganda for the African Union Extraordinary Summit on the Post-Malabo Comprehensive Africa Agriculture Development Program. That report.
African leaders convened here in Kampala with a clarion call of intensifying agricultural innovations and productivity among member states.
In his opening remarks, Uganda's President, His Excellency Yoweri Museveni, spoke on the need to urgently address the agricultural challenges Africa is facing, describing the continent as a superpower that is not only endowed with natural resources but brilliant minds as well. Representing His Excellency President Emmerson Mnangagwa, the Minister of Lands, Agriculture, Fisheries, Water and Rural Development, Dr. Anxious Masuka, highlighted the critical role of agriculture in Africa's development.
Africa remains vulnerable to climate shocks, and therefore national, regional and continental investments in irrigation development will be required to assure Africa and Africans for perennial food security, away from episodic and weather-determined food security escort plans of the past. The challenges require that we remain united, focused, resilient, and resolute in implementing the post-Malawi agenda.
He also alluded to Zimbabwe's agricultural commitment that has realized the growth from a sector to an industry.
The systems approach adopted by the proposed Kampala Declaration also is in sync with what Zimbabwe is looking at, and we anticipate the inclusivity, building resilient systems of institutions and accelerating investments in research, innovation and development. And it is in this context that the Africa Center for Fertilizer Development, located in Harare, Zimbabwe, is such a strategic institution for the African Union for fertilizer production, distribution and availability. And we hope that its full integration and operationalization under the African Union will be essential.
Africa for Africans. This was the consensus as the summit concluded, with hope for a reinvigorated agri-food system that promotes value addition to African commodities. Memory Chamisa, ZBC News, Kampala.
The mining sector is set to provide a lifeline for the country's economy alongside the booming agriculture sector, as the two are set to register significant growth. Our reporter Owen Mandova gives us the report.
Last year, a dip in foreign currency inflows due to softening mineral commodity prices inflicted considerable harm on last year's economic performance, which averaged a mere 2% as platinum group of metals and lithium prices took a hit on the global market. This year, projected recovery in commodity prices is set to anchor the 6% economic growth target projected for the year 2025.
Previously, the ministry was affected by falling mineral prices, but come 2025, we are seeing firming up of mineral prices world over. Talk of the PGM sector, the mineral prices are firming up. The gold sector, we are seeing gold prices going up every day. Lithium prices are also firming up. So we are going to leverage on the global firming up of mineral prices to achieve our targets. The other area that we are going to focus on is mineral beneficiation, so that we'll be able to increase mineral export receipts. We are proud of Zimplus. We have taken a step further to increase their smelting capacity, and also they are finalizing the building up of the base metal refinery, which means we will be beneficiating our PGMs locally. There's no need now to seek external base metal refinery.
While the mining sector accounts for more than 70% of the country's foreign currency earnings, concerns have arisen over the little impact of the sector to the general economy, with calls to enhance value addition now ringing loud.
A significant portion of the money that we generate in the country comes from mining. But as long as that money is used to buying outside the country and does not circulate in the country, disposable incomes in Zimbabwe will remain depressed despite the growth of the mining sector.
In his 2025 national budget presentation, Finance, Economic Development and Investment Promotion Minister Professor Mthuli made an undertaking that two key sectors, mining and agriculture, will steer economic growth, with the sectors expected to register double-digit growth for the year 2025. Owen Mandova, ZBC News, Harare.
ZANU-PF Matabeleland South provincial leadership this Friday took its grassroots feedback campaign trail to Gwanda, with leaders being called to continue on the path of unity.
ZANU-PF Matabeleland South leadership this Friday descended on Gwanda to engage the grassroots structures, with the leadership unpacking the 21st People's Conference resolutions held in Bulawayo last year. Coming up with the genuine and verifiable cell registers has been emphasized.
Let's start now. Togetherness, the mobilizer, then amasel, skills amasel joma kuchi. Iseli number one party very inteka ateka kuliyona le. Gasibeni lesikhathi sokuthi si mobilize ama youth ukuthi ama youth babe khona ephathini ngoba ama youth yibo ikusasa yephathi yethu. Asithi ni 2030 sikwazi ukuthi armament yakhona. The armament, the only armament ukuthi is so movable ngamaseli umuntu uyamuva.
ZANU-PF Matabeleland South Provincial Chairperson Comrade Mangaliso Ndlovu took the opportunity to read the conference resolutions, among them the call to have President Mnangagwa lead the country beyond 2028.
Party itiyona mongameli ngemsebenzi yakho oyenzayo uthe ungena wasinika uvision 2030 kusukela uday 1 wakho umsebenzi yakho sikhangele mongameli besifisa ukuthi kakungabi lokuphambaniseka ukuthi siyobamba u2030. Resolution number 9 iparty ibifisa ukuthi aluba u1 July uyenziwa abe national holiday, public holiday.
The Politburo members who attended the inter-district encouraged the party members to continue on the path of unity.
Party let us work hard to bring those who were lost babuye ekhaya. Asibila muntu, asithuki muntu.
The provincial leadership is on a campaign trail to give feedback of the 21st People's Conference to the grassroots structures. Providence Maranelli, ZBC News, Gwanda.
14 families were left homeless following a hailstorm that hit Bindura district in Mashonaland Central Province.
The hailstorm, which affected the province, left 14 families stranded, forcing provincial leadership to visit the area to assess the damage.
Zvakaitika zviri kutondichisa nanhasi ndikaona denga rakadai ndiri kutoshaka kuenda kuti ndoenda kupi ndidzokere futi here momwe mandachida kufa nevana izvozvo handina kana chandinacho zvinhu zvese zvakanaiwa property yese yakanaiwa.
The delegation led by Mashonaland Central Provincial Affairs and Devolution Minister Honorable Christopher Magomo visited the area to assess the damage and come up with strategies of assisting the hailstorm victims.
Currently, as a civil protection, per district Bindura, we have compiled statistics. Send information to National Civil Protection. We are looking at kupiwa matende. We're also looking at data kunakuwa na mvura yakachena nekuti mvura yavo haisisina kumira zvakanaka uyezve tiri kutarisira kuti data kunakuwa na chikafu chekuti vambofanofida tichifanoona kuti pamberi apo tinoita sei.
Hongu atina kumwe kwatinogona kuvanda mvura kana ichinge iri yauya. Kana ichinge yauya maiona kuti ine dutu. Vanhu vanofanira kuti vave vanoisa musoro pamwe chete kana zviri zvinenge zvaitika ngatibatsiranei.
Tise hurumende pano taona kuti pane need yematende kuitira kuti avo vasiya vasina dzimba vawane pekumbogara. Pane need zvakare yekuti pawanikwe chikafu cheavo vaparadzirwa chikafu chekudya pano panzvimbo. Pane need zvakare kuti vatsvagirwe zvokufuka magumbezi kuitira kuti vawane uraramo hungofanana nevamwe. Tinorombo rakanaka kuti pane hapana fatality yaitika asi tine mwana umwe chete watanzwa kuvara pano akatsitsirirwa nezvidhina. Tinotenda zvikuru kuma stakeholders mamwe ari munzvimbo vapinda pakubatsiridza vakafanana naInamo. Tanzwa kuti vari kutoprovide chikafu vachibatsirana netimu dzedu dze-civil protection unit.
The Avondor farm community are in dire need of assistance, and with the incessant rains, government urges communities to be on the lookout.
And our government has warned small-scale miners against going underground due to heavy rains received in the country.
As the search for the 3 Mudzi miners continue, the Deputy Minister of Mines and Mining Development, Honorable Polite Kambamura, warned the small-scale miners not to go underground as the ground is too weak due to the heavy rains, while there is also danger of the mine shafts being flooded.
This is a very unfortunate accident that happened at Olympus Mine last week on Friday, where 3 miners were trapped underground due to flooding and ground failure. We are continuing with the rescue operations to try and locate the missing miners. We have received overwhelming European support from local stakeholders, especially local miners like Radna, Shalom and Tabatana, and other small-scale miners around. We are continuing in the hope of finding the missing miners. We would like to discourage all small-scale miners from going underground, especially with the current rains and weak ground conditions. So going underground remains suspended until weather conditions have improved so that we save life.
The 3 miners were trapped on Thursday last week, and rescue efforts have so far yielded no positive results. Gerald Sasa, ZBC News, Mudzi.
And now, just to acknowledge the viewers that are streaming live right now on our Facebook page, that's ZBC News Online. We have Caleb Jefta, Wellington Madongwe. Thank you so much for streaming live. And not forgetting Wilfred Dick. Thank you so much for watching on our Facebook page, ZBC News Online.
And now continuing with the news bulletin, the Judicial Service Commission is collaborating closely with traditional chiefs, recognizing their significant role in the administration of justice.
In a bid to strengthen the administration of justice as part of its 2025 outlook, the Judicial Service Commission is collaborating with the traditional chiefs in the execution of its mandate. This was revealed by Judicial Service Commission Secretary Mr. Walter Chukwana in an exclusive interview with the ZBC News.
We are going to interact a lot, you see, as we move on with our traditional chiefs. We have taken a position as the Judicial Service Commission that we need to support and adequately resource our traditional chiefs. You need to go to section, I think, 162 and 163 of the Constitution, which is very clear that the customary law courts are part of the judiciary. And the customary law courts, matters in that courts are adjudicated upon by our chiefs. So if they are part of the judiciary, we have an obligation as the Judicial Service Commission to support those courts. But most importantly, we also need to support them in terms of skills development, where we have mandated the head of the Judicial Training Institute, Dr. Gatsande, to start a training program for those chiefs so that they observe, for example, the rules of natural justice when they are presenting over those matters.
Mr. Chukwana also revealed that this year the JSC will focus more on collaborating with its stakeholders.
We are going to put a lot of emphasis on collaborations with our stakeholders. We've realized that as JSC or as the judiciary, whilst we play a central role because we are the ones who superintend over the courts in Zimbabwe, but we can't do that alone. We have other stakeholders who are equally important, like the police, like ZAC, like NPA, like the Attorney General, like the Minister of Justice, even like the Minister of Finance, which provides funding to us. We are going to make sure that we collaborate much more than we've been doing.
The 2025 legal year is set to start on the 13th of January, with the Bulawayo hosting the main celebrations as the JSC takes a leaf from President Emmerson Mnangagwa's decentralization policy, which has recently seen national events being held on rotational basis across provinces. Peter Chivima, ZBC News, Harare.
Private investors have already started responding positively to the proposed rehabilitation of the Harare-Nyamapanda highway, set to begin soon, by putting up supportive infrastructure in anticipation of increased volume of traffic.
The
The investors, Shumbalo Holdings, have constructed a state-of-the-art track-in at Mrewa Center in anticipation of increased volume of traffic once the Harare-Nyamapanda Highway, which is the gateway to Eastern Central Africa, is complete. The track-in, which can accommodate 100 trucks, has showers, restrooms, dining rooms and a restaurant.
Paurongwa hurumende kuti iri kuda kuti mugwagwa uyu ndo mugwagwa uri kuenda kunopinda kunyika dzeku eastern side renyika yedu. Saka mugwagwa uyu uri kunzi uchagadzirwa ende wakatogadzirwa, hurumende iri kutogadzira. Changa chisimo infrastructure yakafanana neyataisa panapa kuti kana driver aneta achida kuzorora awane paanodya chikafu chakanaka, awane paanonwa kunwa kwakatonhorera, ageze mvura inodziya. Zvinotokata nyaya yema-accidents.
Tauya pano taisa track-in yedu seMurewa Center yakapiwa town status andika pakunzi pataone paMurewa pane track-in iri pakati. Tatobvisawo chinhu 1 chinodiwa patown. Auya isa service station ma-service station tiri kuona ari kuitwa zvakanaka handitika vatobvisawo.
The Murewa leadership is equally excited about the development.
Tiri kukurudzira ma-investors angada kuuya muno maMurewa kuzoinvesta. Takatarisana nemashops akaita semahombe, ana Pick and Pay, ana OK, vakauya kunobatanidzira nezviri kuitwa nezvataona nhasi zvetrackers in zvinosimudzira nzvimbo yedu zvakanyanya.
Isusu sekanzururo hwakadai hunoita kuti tive nebudiriro yakanangana nevision yapresident yekuti 2030 hakuna nzvimbo inenge ichakasara mumashure.
The government is set to rehabilitate the 220-kilometer Harare-Nyamapanda highway and construction of a new border post at Nyamapanda as part of infrastructural development towards an upper middle income society by 2030. Gerald Sasa, ZBC News, Murewa.
Now, for these and more stories, you can log on to our website. That's www.zbcnews.co.zw. You can also visit our X handle. That's at ZBC News Online. Acknowledging Byron Chipandamira, who's joined the comment section on our Facebook page. And of course, it is at ZBC News Online. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Again, at ZBC News Online.
Indeed. Thank you so much there for streaming live. Stories ahead to come in this bulletin. Now, flash floods expose Bulawayo City Council's lack of proper drainage system. ZPC Wangi supporters furious following reports that the club is considering ceding its position in the Premiership. And now these and other stories to come. Just stay with us. We're off to a break.
The Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation is seeking a news and current affairs director to lead the delivery of accurate, timely, and objective news and current affairs content across all platforms for the Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation, ZBC. The ideal candidate will be a strong leader with a deep understanding of journalistic ethics, public broadcasting principles, and evolving media landscape in Zimbabwe and internationally. Interested candidates who meet the qualifications and experience requirements of this position are encouraged to submit their applications by email to executiverecruitment@zbc.co.zw by the 17th of January 2025, addressed to the Chairperson, Board Human Resources Committee, Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation, number 1 Northern Road, Highlands, Harare. For more details, visit our website www.zbc.co.zw.
A warm welcome back. You are still watching the news at 8. Villagers in Choukuza area of Chikomba West constituency are appreciative of the construction of a classroom block at Choukuza Primary School. That report next.
Villagers who spoke to ZBC News at the groundbreaking ceremony for the new infrastructure have welcomed the development, saying it is set to ease classroom shortage at the school, which currently has only one block.
iye zvino tanga tichichinja vana vedu tichiindisa kune zvimwe zvikoro tichiti pachokudza hapagoni kuti mwana wangu apinde chikoropo nokuda kwokuti hapana kunaka, asi iye zvino tiri kutenda nokuda kwokuti bhuroko ratazoisirwa vana vedu ndofunga nevatakabvisa tichavadzora.
Vana vedu vanga vachiita macomposite classes vachidzidza grade 1 and 2 vari kudzidzira musame classroom, zvanga zvichiisa confusion kuvana zvekuti vana vanotadza kuteerera zvakanaka nechikonzero chekuti anenge achinzwa zviri kudzidziswa mwana ari munext. Asi tinoda kutenda Chikomba Development Forum yatora muono wapresident vedu baba vaMnangagwa kuti hakuna nzvimbo kana dunhu rinofanira kusarira kumashure.
The development is in line with government's mantra of leaving no one and no place behind.
President muono wavainawo ndewekuti vana havafani kufamba more than 5 kilometers kuti vawane pekudzidzira. Vana havafani kufamba 5 kilometers kuti vaende vanoona clinic. So naizvozvo ndoda kutenda muono na president wedu wekuti hakuna nzvimbo inofanira kusara, hakuna munhu anofanira kusara nezvenyaya yedevelopment.
Chikoro chofanira kuti chinofanira kunge chakatokwisisa ndoda kuti ndo chikoro chezvimwe zvanga zviri mumapurazi. Satotenda zvikuru zvamatiitira
In another development, participants who took part in courses offered by the Tanganyika Trust were awarded with their certificates after completing their programs in driving and detergent making, among others. Gerald Sasa, BC News, Chikomba.
And with that, we cross over to our Montreux studios where Memory Quentlovu is on standby. Good evening, Memory.
Good evening, Tariro. Thank you so much, and good evening to the viewers at home. Stakeholder collaboration is required for the nation to achieve the national vision of becoming an upper middle income society by 2030. This was the rallying call at the Bulawayo Metropolitan Office of the President Strategic Planning Review Workshop this Saturday.
As the nation marches towards its vision of becoming an upper middle-income society by 2030, the Minister of State for Bulawayo Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Honorable Judith Ncube, has called on everyone to play an advocacy role in the implementation of policies and programs that promote sustainable economic growth.
Each office, each officer, each director, each staff member ule driver's license yokusisa ku-Vision 2030. But ungavuka uzihlalele nje u-expect ukuthi sizafika ku-Vision 2030 wena upontshisa imota kumbe ukhipha amaviri kumbe udraina i-fuel, then we have a problem. uBulawayo uzaba yi-province efailise iZimbabwe.
To promote sustainable economic growth, the Ministry of Industry and Commerce is also of the view that collaboration between industry and government in addressing the influx of counterfeit products is important.
So hopefully this year, through this plan, the identified areas of concern will be addressed, especially the influx of smuggled counterfeit products, and also improving the ease of doing business. Then the enhancement of large corporates, that is linking them with SMEs, because I think we also need the SMEs to come on board and also to grow.
The year 2024 saw the country experience an influx of counterfeit products, and the government took a number of steps to address this. Lisa Masuku, ZBC News, Bulawayo.
The Chiredzi Small and Medium Enterprises SMEs Trade Center is expected to be complete next month in a development that has excited micro, small to medium enterprises in the area.
The project, which is being implemented under a public-private partnership model between the Zimbabwe Chamber of SMEs and the Chiredzi Town Council will see close to 170 SMEs acquiring their own working spaces as part of a broader initiative to support the growth of the SMEs and the informal sector. Beneficiaries of the project expect the trade center to bring relief to SMEs who are operating in undesignated areas.
We contributed our funds to build this complex. After a long time, I think it took us about 1.5 years. Then later on, we started to see things moving.
I'm very much happy that a number of people or a number of beneficiaries that are going to come and occupy this place, most of them will not be paying some rentals. This is quite commendable.
Chakanaka chaizvo nenyaya yekuti unochingohodha zvinhu zvako hapana mari yaunobudisa uchiiti uda kubhadhara rent yose unochingoenda kumahodhasi kwako.
Kwakaya Chiredzi District Chamber of SMEs yatanga project iyi zvakandipa mukana yekuti ndakakwanisa kuwana shop yangu.
Zimbabwe Chamber of SMEs Secretary General Mr. Venanzio Kuraone gave an update on other infrastructure development projects that are being implemented in the district for the benefit of the micro, small to medium enterprises.
Here in Chiredzi tavaka an SME center yakatokomisheniwa yakaaccommodate about 200 people. Then pano patiri tiri accommodate almost 150 people. Then tine buffer range we accommodating around 150 again. The main purpose of this is to encourage our SMEs to formalize.
The initiative aligns with government's thrust of enhancing economic development by supporting small businesses, which have become a crucial pillar of the national economy. Geima Tambo, ZBC News, Chiredzi.
Residents of Bulawayo's Caudry Park suburb are up in arms with the city council over the poor drainage system in the area, which has exposed by flash floods.
While the current wet spell has brought clear tidings to farmers, the situation is different for residents of Caudry Park suburb in Bulawayo who have been affected by flash floods. A 44-year-old mother of two, Tembekile Moyo, is one of the residents that have been affected. It is a dire situation which has left many in quandary, pondering the next move to salvage what is left of their furniture and other belongings.
We had to put up bricks so that we elevate the furniture. The
flood-prone area has also exposed the Bulawayo City Council's ineptitude as it lacks a proper drainage system, resulting in homes being flooded.
Dambudziko remvura riri serious apa. Takambozama semaresidents kuchera mugero but mvura kana yawanda so inopinda mudzimba matete akutukana mwacho kuvhurira mvura kusaidi kwangu.
Tasine problem yekuti makuneta lapana. Amanzi lawa system akakulu yabona nje the way manje kune drain lapana. Amanye amanzi angena phakathi kwezindlu. Yamocha istaff yethu lapana and manje akusahlaliseki lapha sazi ukuthi
the Silver Protection Unit, officials from the Bulawayo City Council and the Ministry of Local Government and Public Works visited the area this Friday.
Ukuthi izindlu seziqalisile ukuthi kuflade ngenxa yezulu sasesibabiza ukuthi hayi bakithi ake ligijima abantu bayakhala kuyanini sizobonisana ukuthi kathi kuyini okungenziwa ukwenzela ukuthi khona abantu bangazabe besiba affected ngezulu kuyona impahla kwesinye isikhathi kucine kusiba lengozi angithi
mina ngisebenza ngale parliament but silama committee elibabonile bebuya icommittee yami le under social welfare public service social welfare, that is my committee enkuyo so kulula ukuthi sibabize bebuye buzobona ama problem.
The situation in Caudry Park calls for an urgent solution, with the high-density suburb also battling best sewer pipes. Lisa Masuku, ZBC News, Bulawayo.
And with that report, we take you back to our team at Pocketsell Studios with the rest of the bulletin. Good evening.
Indeed, thank you very much for that memory. We are here reporting to you live from our Pockets Hill studios. We'll take a short break, but when we come back, we'll be giving you the arts news.
In every heart is the dream of greatness.
football is more than a game. It is hope. It is unity. It is the future. Every journey starts with a single kick. As a dedicated and passionate individual, I, Nobile Magwizi, am ready to lead Zimbabwean football into a new era. My transformative agenda is built on uniting stakeholders, restoring integrity, and fostering grassroots talent. I firmly believe every player deserves a chance to shine. From our humble beginnings to dreaming on the global stage, we know that talent must be nurtured and dreams deserve to flourish. That's why I'm asking for your vote to become the president of the Zimbabwe Football Association. It's time to focus on the goal. Together, we can restore pride, nurture talent, and create a lasting legacy for future generations. Vote for me, Nobile Magwizi, and let's transform Zimbabwean football together.
Shot on the line.
He took my fish.
You guys, did you see that? I just was like, what?
I really want you to find someone nice who would mean the world to you and make you so happy.
Bernardo Silva, Stones, Foden, a little bit of time. Oh, what a shot! What a goal! What a player!
ZBC Current Affairs, thriving for excellence and perfection in setting the agenda, shaping the Zimbabwean story and sustaining the narrative through detailed analysis and discussions, bringing to you polished live coverage of national events. We are ZBC Current Affairs, delivering to you the national budget, live parliamentary debates, independence, Heroes Day and Defense Forces events. We bring you insightful documentaries, special programs, and thought-provoking debates. ZBC Current Affairs. We are definitely Zimbabwean, telling an accurate, balanced, and unfettered Zimbabwean story.
Welcome back and thank you for watching. It's now time for the arts news. Now, the flagship Radio Zimbabwe Top 20 chart show returned this Saturday with new songs released late last year dominating the chart. More details in the next report.
The Top 20 chart returned this Saturday with gospel music topping the list of songs receiving positive reviews.
Top 20 tina Madam Boss ndo vari pa number 1 nekambo kanonzi gore rangu featuring Denzel, tina Leonard Kariko Shakata nekambo kanonzi ko tanyaradzwa kambo kari kupisa zvakare, asi gore darika kana kuwana nguva yekunge kachipinda ma chat shows, asi tikuona kuti gore rineri rikawanikwa zvakare kachidai kunopinda. Tina Dorcas Moyo zvakare ane kambo kari kupisa kaakarova ana Progress Chipfumo aripo ari pa number 3. Pa number 4 tina Chief Wenje kambo kanonzi warara pano. Kambo akatatarisa gore radarika ndofunga ndo kambo kakamboedzesera kubupinda muchirongwa che Top 20 asi kakabva kadona, asi iko zvine zvikadzoka zvine mofaya kari pa number 4. Nasuno warara pano tina Culture Love ndozvisungirira ndo kambo kari pa number 5. Pa number 6 tina Precious Chakubva Magora Swa. Tikatarisa mwe vaimbi vatinawo panapa vazhinji vacho vaimbi vatinoloncha navo maalbum launches, saka ndikutoona kuti rwendo runoro vaimbi vavo vadzoka vakadaro ndisingazivi kuti vari kuzvifambisa sei, vangodzoka ndo vari kupinda muchirongwa takaloncha navo gore radarika, asi kuona kuti vapinda vakawanda. Asi iko zvinezvi vaimbi vegospel vakawandisa muchirongwa ichi, zvoti kana wachiteerera chese unogona kuti pamwe iyi gospel Top 20 asi iri Radio Zimbabwe Top 20.
A collaborative effort munamato wedu by Madam Boss, Denzel and Jaden got the most views, while Leonard Shakata was second with his song Tanyaradzwa.
The arts always has something new for us. We look forward to more entertainment this year. We have to break where we will have sports coming up after this.
Want to elevate your entertainment? Then add Showmax to your DSTV subscription at a discount. Showmax is not a TV channel. It's an on-demand video streaming service on showmax.com. To add Showmax to your DSTV subscription, simply use the My DSTV app. Select Add Showmax. The app screen will display the discount you qualify for. Now you can enjoy exclusive shows and movies you won't find anywhere else. Add Showmax to elevate your entertainment.
Get your business ready for the festive season with ZBC. Join us for the ZBC Mega Festive Business Promotion running from the 1st of November of 2024 all the way to January 31 of 2025. Enjoy an incredible cash discount of over 50% across all ZBC platforms. This is your opportunity to make your business shine. So celebrate with ZBC and watch your business thrive by simply booking your spot right now. For more information, call Tandeka on 0719 594 426 or Martha on 0719 593 532 or Precious on 0719 593 510 or email tandeka.mubi@zbc.co.zw. Terms and conditions apply.
ZBC Current Affairs, thriving for excellence and perfection in setting the agenda, shaping the Zimbabwean story and sustaining the narrative through detailed analysis and discussions, bringing to you polished live coverage of national events. We are ZBC Current Affairs, delivering to you the national budget, live parliamentary debates, independence, Heroes Day and Defense Forces events. We bring you insightful documentaries, special programs, and thought-provoking debates. ZBC Current Affairs. We are definitely Zimbabwean, telling an accurate, balanced, and unfettered Zimbabwean story.
My Zimbabwe is all about love. You know, when I think about it, I don't think it's in every country where you can feel free to talk to anyone and everyone, say hello to anyone and everyone. But then in Zimbabwe, talk about in the supermarket, good afternoon, with some energy. And if you want directions, you can ask anyone and they've got a big smile on their face. And I think that those are some of the things that just show the amount of love we have in Zimbabwe. My Zimbabwe, all about love.
Another chance. Welcome to Another Chance, the program that bridges the gap between offenders.
Welcome back. And our story making headlines in the sport. There has been an uproar among ZPC Hwange supporters and the local community after reports emerged that the club is considering conceding its position in the Premiership next season. Let's get more in that report.
With news that the newly promoted Premier Soccer League side ZPC Hwange's top flight participation is in doubt, amid indications that the company wants to cede the club to the community to satisfy the CAF club licensing requirements, the fan base is furious and feels somehow cheated.
Timu iyane 34 years ichi struggle to be the champion ipinde o qualify kutamba mu Premier League.
Kutamba ke bhora re ZPC Hwange kuri kutimutsirawo mabasa vatambi vayo vanotamba bhora vanga uri kuwana mabasa kunenge vanga vachipindawo basa kuma technical ndo timu iri kuenda tenawo ma workers the community around Hwange
atizvinototikwadza zvisi mabasa anoshayikwa vana bhora rinenge rakurasika hapana chambonakidza ende zvichatobowa the whole Hwange tatafara ukuthi zvinhu ngazviite zvakanaka.
There are suggestions that power utility company ZESA already has another team in the Premiership. Locals from Wange feel they are a separate football entity from ZPC Kariba. There is also a sentiment of Matabelele North being left out after Wange Kolari Football Club crashed out of top flight football.
Kana kuti ZPC asada mu Premier League it will be a major boost ku vana vedu kuti vekwanise kuti vebone kuti tokwanisa naso kunozana mu Premier League.
We should be isolated from Kariba Power Station. We are a thermal power station, a standalone entity, a community of our own. We are worlds apart, borders apart.
Ivo vari kuti kune ZPC Kariba, but ZPC Kariba iri kukariba kwakasiyana nekunoku.
Iwangi yakabudha akuchisina kungaenda kuti vamwe vangava ne-entertainment toveda kuti ivo vamwe vewane vowana kokukwejisira nokuonana navamwe kukareko.
After 3 decades of toiling and finally qualifying for top flight football, there is optimism among the ZPC Wange fan base that the team will play in the Premiership and not only entertain locals but also continue showcasing local talent even to potential external suitors. Mshomuli Ncube, ZBC News, Wange.
Former PSL Chief Executive Officer Kennedy Ndebele, who is vying for the ZIFA Vice Presidency, says he will prioritize capacity development if he is elected into the office on the 25th of January.
The long-serving administrator who has been at the helm of the Premier Soccer League for a decade is ready to make the step up and challenge for the ZIFA Vice Presidency. Ndebele, who has seen the good and the bad of Zimbabwean football, believes capacity building programs will help us solve the crisis in local football.
Top coaches haven't done top courses. We have referees courses. We have had very few administration and management courses, which is my specialty. So we will have to look at capacitating all the structures so that we understand the rules and regulations, assist clubs, assist schools, assist even the affiliate associate members, leagues, to ensure that we comply, we catch up with the rest of the world in terms of knowledge.
Ndebele believes his experience will be key in taking Zimbabwe football forward.
We need to really improve on football communication and marketing and putting structures in place. What happens with that is then you don't complain about lack of corporate support. Corporate support just comes through. I mean, in my 10, 11 years at the Premier Soccer League, we have seen big companies coming in. I'm sure people only look at the main league sponsorship. I'm looking at the global picture where you have big corporates coming up with teams. You look at the fight that is there for promotion into the Premier League.
Ndebele will be up against another former Highlanders administrator Peter Due and former ZIFA Vice President Omega Sibanda, as well as the former footballers James Takavada and Makwinja Perry. Lawrence Tusira, ZBC News, Harare.
Now we shift our focus now to Bulawayo, where athletes from Masosha Traders dominated the season opening cross-country competition, with Grace Mudoni retaining the juniors title.
The cross-country competition, which marks the commencement of the athletics calendar, was dominated by athletes from the Masosha Traders Athletics Club. Takura Madziwa won the cadets category, while Grace Mudoni retained the gong in the juniors category. The pair are already looking ahead to a brighter season.
Lapha ngizothola insurance kuma events engiyenzayo kakhulu ngiyafuna insurance 800 because sometimes ngiyalokha 100 meters ngiyafuna speed, so yikho ngincedisa ngakho.
Akade practice ukugijima ama long distance, wawujala ukustrainisa into ezinzima ukuthi sibe le insurance ukugijima ama long distances like ama 3 kilometers.
The Bulawayo Athletics Board has produced athletes who have scaled up these heights, like Isaac Mpofu, who recently participated at the Paris Olympic Games, something which has been a motivating factor for budding athletes to emulate.
We're not all that fast because you know that some of our children are disadvantaged. All what we want them to develop the sports jokes. So we're interested in that our kids in Bulawayo perform well in sports. As you can see, some of them are going overseas just because of that.
The competition is a cross-country in its approach.
I think it's not only about Bulawayo Athletic Sport. It is actually about the sports fraternity in Bulawayo in general. As you might know that athletics is the mother of all sports. So this is an open event to all sports persons, so that at least as they embark on the sporting year of 2025, at least they would have marked and actually registered that they are there. So it actually gives the preparation to everybody who is ready for any other sporting event.
Freedom Banda dominated the senior men category while Lesedi Nkomo was victorious in the senior women. The cross-country race saw juniors competing in the 6-kilometer race while seniors went for the 10-kilometer race. Mtokozi Stube, ZBC News, Bulawayo.
And now to international sport. In the FA Cup, a third round, here are some of the results. Bristol City 1, Wolves 2, Liverpool 4, Accrington 0, Leicester 6, QPR 2, Chelsea 5, and Morecambe 0.
And if you are a Liverpool fan, do tick there in our comment section and just say a Liverpool fan. This story taking us now to the weather report and forecast.
Hello there and welcome. It is time for your evening weather report and forecast. I hope I find you well. Rainfall activity continues across the country with significant falls recorded at Masvingo with 55 millimeters, Gwanda with 39, Guru with 33, Mvurwi with 31 millimeters. The radar images received showing rainfall from the north, and we also having westerly cloud bands bringing in rainfall activity, especially over the western and the southern parts of the country. Tropical cyclone Dikaledi as it moves westwards, and we'll keep monitoring it and we'll update you in the next couple of days. In the satellite images, they show the cloud system that is covering the country. They're giving us the cloudy conditions as well as rainfall activity, especially over the western, the southern, and the southeastern parts of the country where heavier falls are expected. Now, for the minimum temperatures expected tomorrow, Harare 17 degrees Celsius, same for Bulawayo, Victoria Falls 19, 22 for Chirezi. Maximum temperatures 27 for Harare, 38 for Chirezi, Kariba 36, 29 for Bulawayo. In the detailed forecast for the coming week, Bulawayo expecting some scattered showers on Tuesday and Wednesday, same for Matopos, with your maximum temperatures in the upper 20s. Same for Gwanda, scattered afternoon or evening showers expected in the week. Lupane, scattered showers from time to time. Victoria Falls, cloudy conditions expected from time to time. There's a chance of a light shower here and there. Gweru, again, scattered showers expected from time to time. Kwekwe, your maximum temperatures in the upper 20s, scattered showers expected in the afternoon or evening. Kadoma, scattered showers expected from time to time. Harare, same, we expect rainfall activity from time to time. Chinoi, Wednesday, Thursday into Friday, we expect some scattered afternoon or evening thunderstorms. Same for Kariba, maximum temperatures in the upper 30s. Masvingo, we expect some scattered showers on Tuesday and Thursday. Bindura, again, we expect some isolated afternoon or evening thunder showers. Same for Marondera, especially on Wednesday into Friday and Saturday. Nyanga, again, partly cloudy to cloudy conditions with scattered afternoon or evening showers. Well, Zimbabwe, that's all from the weather desk. It's back to the main desk.
And many thanks to the Met Department there for giving us the way of the weather. We've come to the end of the news at 8. We take a look at stories that made the headlines in tonight's bulletin. African leaders were at the AU Summit on Agricultural Transformation. They call for the intensification of the agricultural innovation and productivity.
And flash floods expose Bulawayo City Council's lack of proper drainage system.
When we took a look at sport, the ZPC Wange supporters furious following reports that the club is considering ceding its position in the Premiership.
And indeed, that brings us to the end of tonight's bulletin. From all of us here at our Pocket Hill Studios in Harare, the Sunshine Capital, and our crew at our Montrose Studios in Bulawayo, the city of Kings. Leanne?
Well, it is a pleasant viewing. Good night from us all.
Good
Take
night.
care.